Wow, greetings. Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday. Whoa. Um, bloop, bloop. We have no idea what we were doing last time in this game. Think, yeah, late in the day. Volume. Oh, birds. So, they'll probably be there tomorrow, right? Tracking down our badge. We have any clues for that? No. Oh. About it. Alright, we need to find a sad song. That guy, I don't know how we feel about him anymore. Seemed cool at first, this guy over here. Then he's like, no, I'm not gonna assault my comrade. But go talk to these people, they'll do it. And it's like, that's basically the same thing, you know?
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Stereo?
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Song?
The Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cow herder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. People like Manana at the gates have turned it into an ideology of sorts.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
I think I see where this is going.
So the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off,
We didn't see where it was coming.
because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's not where I thought it was going.
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
That doesn't mean she deserved to be strangled.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should...
So he doesn't think she's the lady driver?
Well, yeah, we know that.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
Oh.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case, but connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Drive a lot. Boy, if you get like that.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What does that mean? What
The
routes?
Monotov Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain,
Alright.
the Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. At Estradas do Mirador, all the good ones. The deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
We'll ride until you dust, sister.
Irmão, I already am dust.
Right on. You a lady driver? We know she's not, but
Did you just call me a lady, Jerife?
that better not be a slur.
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Hold of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Jerife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So, you're not the driver everyone is terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Ooh. Then who's a female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to?
Why are you scared to people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
Alright.
Oh, Sim.
Okay, thanks. Not sure how useful any of that was, but alright. Ooh.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Kind of stickers and insignias.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
It's a racist, isn't it?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Yeah. No. Any more? Someone's talking shit in Discord? Oh. Hi, Ryan. Is it us? Are we talking shit?
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into
Oh.
the machine.
We had like either 3 or 6. We don't know. When do we go to sleep?
Looking for something, Ront? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Hope you feel good. Better soon. Sleep when you're dead. No, actually, you don't. You sleep when you're alive. I know you've been giving me a runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell me which ones are Ori.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
There's so many good games.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
We want to play AC6, but we're not sure if our computer can handle it. Although, I think if not, our Steam Deck would be able to. Also, like, $60 feels like a lot right now.
Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Okay, Lieutenant.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Peones.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Bitches.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Aw, thanks.
Have fun.
Oh. Talking. Whoa. Forgot about that. Okay.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Ooh, Cam.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
That's light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now with sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Ooh, Cam.
I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Oh, we're gonna fuck up.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Half-Life. Body can take control, threaten people. You know what? Sure, why not? Okay.
The main
Dang.
thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Look, I'm sorry. Can you just tell me what you know?
Make me, runt.
Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Tommy. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Never mind.
She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Bye. Thanks for the gloves. Bruno! Need to talk to you about the dump.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Doesn't care. Let's talk. You kids often playing this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes were in a container. How'd they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Could be a lead in an investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Fair. No, Kuno.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
Okay. What's in that
I
greenhouse?
know. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Uppergite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie-Uppergites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
A young woman there for gardener?
Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening?
Could ask her about
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
that.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't.
Bye, Kuno. Well, I guess we'll go talk to that person then.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in the greenhouse? March.
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so.
What?
Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Squint your eyes and look at her intently.
All you can see is the fact that her skin is a different color from yours. That's literally all. You're gonna have to run with that.
No. You're black.
What does that mean?
So what kind of music do you listen to nowadays?
I don't know. Whatever's on the radio, I guess. What does this have to do with snow or gardening in March?
Oh, we had an abort mission.
She seems more perplexed than cornered.
You listen to disco?
I'm gonna say no.
We should probably proceed with our business in Martinez. Unless you have more official questions?
Morning, Maple. Earthquakes. Oh, this big crack. Fair. Sense. Oh, you know.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Oh, poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Oh, look
A
inside.
thick layer of graffito covers the lenses.
Ito.
You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
We don't understand.
That's Kuno on the lens.
Oh, damn it, Kuno.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericanasis, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericanassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Uh-oh, it's dead.
Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
And disgusting. Bullet holes. Wow. You know what? Let's see if we can smash in here again. Oh, it's closed. That's understandable and fair. Let's see if we can talk to the boat lady. Actually, let's talk to Kim. Hey, Kim, how's it going?
Yes? Excuse me?
Nothing, just an
You
observation.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
Is this a meta joke?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
This is meta joke. Okay
He's
then.
simply not. Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Nothing. Try get in here again.
A sturdy metal door. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
By the way, oh right, we have all that. Wait, let's ask about reality first.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Glad to have been of assistance.
Talk to Everett
Little that I know.
Claire.
You have. And how did you like Mr. Clare?
On point if I liked him. I was doing my job.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
Yeah. Giving it. Non-committal answer.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
A nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
She a child?
A youth centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another. Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you miss those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers.
Got us.
We told ourselves we were the worst thing
Hi,
to happen
Slime.
to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
So you're sad you can't buy this place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
Oh.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Not yet.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, like a real door.
Oh my. A real door?
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
There was nothing.
Of course. The RCM has the right to inspect any premises. How else would you catch the bad guys? The information was useful.
Wait, does that mean we don't need a warrant to break into anything?
Her bartering mind cannot fathom that you didn't ask anything in return.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal, and it was not for nothing. I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Ah!
Everett says the Wild Pine sent mercenaries after Union. Now everyone's dead.
The company did not send mercenaries after the Union. I told you in great detail about the mistakes my side made. And of course, I accept them completely. I just hope you don't share Everart's view on things. After all, as he said, one's dead now. The Pine certainly hasn't killed any of theirs.
Let's keep it that way, she means to add, but then doesn't. Look who's defensive suddenly.
That's all.
Naturally, Detective. There are lighter topics to gossip about.
Well,
Of
something
course,
else.
Detective. Should something come up later, until then, is there anything I can help you with?
I spoke to a lottery man at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes
Well,
on
if you
the
just know
situation.
everything, why are we coming to talk to you?
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
Ah.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
No. You there, child.
Sneak up on me again, trying to snuff me out.
Okay, never mind, child.
There must be another way into the building.
Kim. Kim, have you transcended life? That happened again.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you.
No, we definitely need the signatures first. go. Let's see, are those... they playing ball over here anymore? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah. What is this? Pawn shop.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Alpha's melting.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Have you seen any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Shots fired.
Who are your customers usually?
Well, we're at a pawn shop, Kim, so...
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Oh, is that why we like pawn shops?
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection
It
indeed.
keeps me entertained.
Dang.
Okay, he definitely is hot. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer.
Fair.
Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
Something I'd like to sell. Yeah.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Ah. Should we sell the pen? Well, we're not gonna sell this. That's an important keepsake. Hopefully we don't sell that. Wait, let's get out of the
Another
sell menu.
time, perhaps.
By the way, do you have... No, let's not ask that. Might be able to aid?
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad
Fair.
for everyone.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
Thanks.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
How much?
700 real.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
One on like every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
The light has been removed and rewired. That's 2 transformations. But
Get
what about
how
the
sawing it off and redoing the wiring could add to cost, but what else?
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Oh, what the fuck is that word? Morphological? Of or pertaining to morphology. Fucking thanks. Pertaining to geological structures relating to concerned with the formation or admissible words and you know what? We don't know.
Okay, that checks out. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others
sound?
in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
It's just for whir of everything.
Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Dig out a cool figure.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What's this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
And her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. Three men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Kim used to be a war gamer.
A long, long time ago.
Yeah, Headless
Did
Flame.
I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Oh, I can't wait till we die. There.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
And more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Or this is all in working order.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music. Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real. If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it for...
We probably don't have the money to spare for that. Maybe one day. This.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Right.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk.
Clunk.
Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way.
On Wednesday.
Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Ah. What day is it today? Monday? Probably.
Evening, officers.
A burly man
Is that a knife?
comes out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man, on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock.
Oh, poor Barry.
I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Oh.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Hello, Slay. Hey.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Do they?
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Have some salami?
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Nice. What's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Cool. Haunted church?
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Cool. Bye. Well, I don't think there's much for us to do anymore today. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it is Monday. Great. I haven't been able... Wait, can we show this to people?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. The
Yeah.
pattern still kind of has an... For you to discover, someone who knows about history could tell you.
Who knows about history? Maybe the bookshop worker, but she may not like us too much, considering everything we've done. Whoa, there's so many people. Oh, none of which we seem to be able to talk to.
Hello again, sweetie.
Seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
Sorry, it was rude.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Aw, what a sweetheart. Talk with you.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
If a cryptid is just like turns out to be real, is it no longer a cryptid?
Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. see a heavy steel door. The door does not.
Can I help you?
So another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Oh, never
Yes.
mind. Oh, if only we could sing karaoke. We need to find that tape. Oh, we need to click on it. Knock, knock.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
You're gonna just say that out loud.
The door is indifferent.
Okay. Don't judge our bedroom.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
What is it, like 10? Yeah, good
Just a
night.
moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out.
Okay. Day's recap.
Outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Oh, we want a cigarette. Didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How'd you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't good. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Alright.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
What's our powers?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
That'd be an easy power to abuse.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you be sure someone shows up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
See, and if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Have you ever killed someone, Kim?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
He says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
I'm cold-ass killer.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event.
Have I killed anyone?
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
Wow.
Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere down there, melting in all the drink.
I feel it in my bones.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
Who makes all these rules?
Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the Moral Inter more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralinton leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
How do you think today went? Cool.
We inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, but we did manage to get him down from the tree. So as they say, all's well that ends well.
By not ideal, he means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome was partly his responsibility.
Still can't believe I missed that shot.
Being sober tends to help with precision. Anyway, we performed the field.
You missed two, Kim.
We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we missed something, but maybe the boys in processing will surprise us. We still have work to do at the crime scene.
All right, we have that tomorrow.
Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
That's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is.
Very important indeed. Well, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
A little intimidated.
Well, we will have to work through that. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
I don't know how I feel about that. Wait. On a different name. Yeah, no.
That's normal. It's best not to give it too much thought.
Okay, Kim.
We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know why I do things I do.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Mordelin?
The Moralist International, the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Bummer.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
Better not to ask.
The lieutenant breathes out a chestnut-scented cloud of cigarette smoke and looks at the city he's sworn to guard.
Do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What's so simple?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Ooh. An opinion.
Do you?
You're the stooges of the world's biggest Portugal's. Oh fuck, we can't read. Organization protecting rich people rights. What?
No. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes.
That's okay.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like that?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
That's sad.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Thanks, Maple. We have to move our camera up so that our head's in it when we sit up straight. Ugh. Ugh. Bones. We're fine. We'll hydrate more slime. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll go put a limit on it. Jeez. Channel points. Bonk. There it is. Hydrate, edit. Cool down. 1 minute. Okay. Yacht. Okay. Hope our investigation will lead, will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Fine, guess we'll walk since Kim does. Wait. Stuff to say? Actually, never mind.
Think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Yeah.
We can pick up where we left.
Hmm.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Let's try it. Dig deep.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Disco.
Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion, out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Does this have anything to do with OO?
Not really. OO must have just stirred your mind. They're more like a disco rock band anyway.
So I adopted it. Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that.
Alright. How long ago wasn't you?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Yeah, let's try it.
The mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Fair. Let's try this.
It's too late. Like an image on film.
Fair. Alright. Can we break into Kim's room? Back on.
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken because the lights are on.
Oh.
The lights.
Night world.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Nap sounds so good.
And then sleep doesn't. And then sleep doesn't come.
I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Roll over.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
More thoughts.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Some weird dream. Oh, I guess obviously, right? Oh no, we're dead.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me.
Well, nobody remembers when they were born.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
This is heavy. I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me.
Oh.
You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Oh no. I can come back from this?
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
My mind is tired and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
What's a limbic system? Also known as the palamal cortex, is a set of brain structures located on both sides of a thoracium immediately beneath the medial temporal lobe of the cerebellum, primarily in the forebrain. Its various components support a variety of functions, including emotion, behavior, long-term memory, and orphification. Okay, so your heart, effectively.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
A shit factory. Whatever happened to Million who Dark Teeth held a tattered of a nation while he suffered and suffered? Did he rise in a cloud of cocaine dust, or did he simply stand in a corner and melt into the slandering new lines of some starlit Void dead knew 20 years ago, sparing a thought of this great ass too? Or wait, maybe a police officer in Revachol West.
Good going, buddy.
That how it's gonna be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What chick?
You don't know? You don't know? Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does.
What the hell is going on with me?
Why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
No. Don't wanna.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Rough. Can we retry things now? Or...
A mirror hangs on...
No. Oop. Kim, we had a rough fucking night.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
Okay, you know what? We know we said we'd walk places, but fuck that. Whoa! Morning.
Morning. I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
Good, thanks.
I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business so efficiently.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
And
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
what do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, I have no doubt these are the Hardy Boys Evrard told us about, the ones who keep the peace around here. And the big one must be Hardy himself.
Well,
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about
very
it?
curious.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Well, we need to pay rent for today.
Can I help you?
Got the bill?
Got the 20 real?
Yeah.
You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Good morning.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why'd you need to use a phone?
Let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all.
Oh.
He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
What kind of expedition?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The water lock?
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
The water lock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Well, we know, though.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast,
It will.
please do keep an eye out for my husband.
He will.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's
Well, it
cold
hasn't been
out there.
repaired.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
What about those rare insect?
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
You asked.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Fine.
Of course, dear.
That's all. Yo, Dart,
Can I
Derek,
help
whatever.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Online
Yes,
instead?
and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
Pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
True that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
That would be dishonorable.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers.
Mm.
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill.
Fair.
Yes.
Morning.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Door, what?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something.
Tell us.
Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's...
Good morning.
Let me handle this. Officer Discotheque? Still wondering if we listen to disco? We don't, by the way. We don't listen to disco anymore.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Just want to know what kind of music you listen to. I was just curious.
Sure. You were curious. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Tim, play it cool.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. We've talked to Evrard Claire. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
True.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising.
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Maybe we were being real.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
That just means we can get away with more, can't we? What about what's your role in this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What are you gonna do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
What if I want to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test
You know what? Fine. No, we're taking that money on the counter. That's ours now.
This is where you say your bed.
Detective.
We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
He's kind of... Well, if you say so.
Took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
The fuck?
What's
going on?
Laugh of me, understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
Oh.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
In the room.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Okay.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Fucking
No
Dennis.
one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Got it.
Good. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard, on the crime scene. See if they fit this bunch.
Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Why do you keep calling him a pretty boy?
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Spoke to the head of the union.
Roar.
Yeah.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight.
So, you just confessed to murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Why?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Is this a mercenary?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Shit, we're starting to agree with the murderers. Like, we don't know if, like, there was basically no, like, cop presence at all in the town you're in, and some dude shows up, starts, like, raping people? Like, Jeez, this game. Ugh. We didn't think, we didn't wake up this morning being like, maybe it is right to murder rapists. Okay.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
Well, put your best foot forward.
He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
You know, we know, like, this is a completely different world and fiction and stuff, but, like, when we think of socialists, we don't think of, like, a motley crew that, like this. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
You know what? We're glad there's a black man here and they're not racist.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk.
Right, but who did he rape?
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Shares Electrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Reunion, what's that?
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Who called the shots?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
Ah, here, Elizabeth.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously.
Who do you fucking think does? You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everard runs the Union. I
got him.
Hardy Boys.
When the shit starts spinning, it will not land on Mr. Clare. That's the deal here. The Fixer will ignore the notion completely, focusing on Titus's culpability.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man.
How'd you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cops' school?
No.
Idiot?
No.
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it.
This seems...
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Knock a
My
victim out.
fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Pucha!
Samuran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samuran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
Although maybe one of them is fidgeting.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
There.
Like what, Copper?
Or let's just do it a little intimidating.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact.
Okay.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one.
One.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Unknown.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier?
Fucking Joyce.
Representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
What are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a crime.
Yeah, that's a bit sus.
We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Told you already. Spoke to... Yeah.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys.
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
And go now. Well, that didn't go as smoothly as we hoped. If there's anything here. One on a roof.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Oh, let's get the registration.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Heard back yet?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDC is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
That'd be great, Alice.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, thank you.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Great.
57's over.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Good morning.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Let's try.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
No, you're how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Bit long and felt something similar.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much, on another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
So like to miss someone.
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
No, I feel haunted.
Haunted? By what?
By a shadow figure known only to me as the X something.
An ex-wife?
No.
Sinister presence. Wow. That sounds really bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage.
Yeah.
Sure, man, if you say so. But look, man, thanks for this. It's good to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Thanks, man.
What? But I told you she's my friend. Please don't make me give her up, detective. Get someone else. There's a ton of drivers
Oh,
here.
okay.
Thank you, friend.
Ba, ba, ba. You there, child? Ooh, who are you? Close is this still done? 3 hours. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Ah.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
Okay. You there, child? How's it going? You ready to build more communism? That.
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Oh. You know about history, right? We're sure you're not mad at us.
Now, I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
Part of a spiritual quest.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them. Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed.
No, it wasn't her.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Oh, good for...
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
Alright.
She smiles and nods.
We're gonna try to slam down this door again. Oh.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds,
Do
of
it.
little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Oh.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side, but you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Smash through the door and shout, "Fuck the system."
What is this place?
It's an adventure. No idea, Cam. I had... Wait, looks like a gym.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to
Shut
look
up,
for
Cam.
supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's...
Oh. Oh, neat. Orb. Wow, that's a lot of money.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Look him into trap.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Supposed to be.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life.
That's
when you were young and fit.
Pretty low. This is spooky and cool. Oh. Oh, mannequins. Good jump scared. We're gonna be mad.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring
There is power.
in slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
In a compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Ah.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Nothing. Okay, you get it.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in
That's an elf.
sketches and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Ooh, cool.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist.
Oh,
The note
jeez.
says, the Haldor, the Tuareg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin.
We hate high elves.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welking creatures.
Welcome supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
Why would anyone spend so much time on
Some
this?
people really like building a world, I think. even if it's just for a game.
Is this for a D&D game? Wait, is that meta? Or are they? Well, yeah.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well...
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite.
Those are two very different things.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as the world becomes untethered from its sun. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Is this agile? Is this scrum? Keep reading.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure
Yep, sounds like agile.
dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details. The handwriting is only partly legible." This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker.
Fireplace?
The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
Disco!
The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles.
Well,
very pedantic.
If you wanted to get rid of ads, it is Subtober, which means it's cheaper to buy a sub right now. Just saying, subs make it so you don't view ads. We're trying to build communism again. That's what's up. We don't know. This game's fucking wild. Enjoy. Oh, now do I know what? Yeah.
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What is this?
Frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.
These are my favorite radio stations.
Some written notes, too. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Going with medical?
I think so. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Game Master.
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Just playing.
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Ooh.
All of this is gone, left unrealized.
Oh.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Say that.
The schedule. I know Doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Doom.
Nothing. It's just lines on
nothing. Okay. What's up, Kim? What you got?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Old business?
Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
It's pretty cool.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
And this was a role-playing game?
Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of reals immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
What were they planning?
Call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Let's finish it.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Oh. Oh. So much to explore and investigate. This is a bear fridge. Okay, this is all cool and all, but we need to go use the bathroom real quick. We will be back. We're gonna run an ad too, so don't be spooked. Burb. Okay. We're back. This is so interesting.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Ooh, we should ask the manager. What is this thing? Looks like a giant ice bear.
Doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack it open.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Kim is bear-phobic. Terrified.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Yeah.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
They tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Take a note.
You pocket the note And the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Look at that.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
Kim's interested.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Kuno.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Filament memory?
Inside a radio computer.
Oh.
It's memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes. Only
Who wrote
for
it?
computer. Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
They had to leave in a hurry.
Plausible hypothesis? I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
Not sure it came, but I think I can hear it talking.
Really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Oh. Like some busted. Oh, busted.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period.
Ooh.
Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Do the honors.
Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working. And oh!
Oh!
An old Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here.
This should cheer you up.
It's yours, officer. You found this place.
Dusting. It sells for less than a fucking big metal ball. Oh, it's still running?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen.
Crack it open.
Fingers under the frozen lid. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pride. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dream. It's all gone now.
Okay, we can do that.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand...
We're worried that means we could break our crowbar, and we don't want that to happen.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
I'll just leave those. Whoa!
An old call box with a matrix of push.
Interesting. Oh.
Tiles on the cube
Sir.
still like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Run.
Nothing happens.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Okay, but what are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't get lonely?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
Oh, fair.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean a glowing thing?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
This is the police. Can you please open?
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder, Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
Give me a hint?
No.
Oh.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
Oh no.
Received. I will...
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of...
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else?
That's all.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Interesting. Well, if ever we need to, we can sell that for a pile of money.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar.
Knock.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock harder.
Still nothing.
Even harder.
Those curtains
are
surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff and despair. Interesting. We'll probably do that afterwards. Pudding. Sunlight made a postcard. Where is the postcard is prepaid. Oh, okay. Logic. Seems like board everything? Let's talk to her and see what she says.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy.
Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme
I
measures.
suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? Just a door.
Door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Curse?
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
The facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
Heard voices coming from there.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after...
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in...
Hell yeah, Kane, let's go! This is fun. This is a good game. Figure out that password.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Hello?
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then, you've awakened the entity.
Oh, are you there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs.
After you, officer.
This is getting exciting! What were we doing? Investigating a murder? Ah, fuck it. This is way more important. We got a ghost to catch. Oh, fucking, there's a nerd up here.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Yeah.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Well, dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want, take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
You know anything about lynching?
I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Work Sunday nights often?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Daily ruckus?
There's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides,
that makes
I
sense.
get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
The zone.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
How'd you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Cool.
Not especially.
Oh.
I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Yeah.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend.
Yeah. It's true.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What is this
We're
place?
inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Bricks make walls, even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Nice.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
Place is
I've
cursed.
heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Swarming.
Sounds the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Exploit her own daughter.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
It's part of it?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the commerce center.
There is a spooky secret door there, too.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years.
Wow.
Selling novelty dice to role-playing and
How do people know
Not
what?
exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies.
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Maybe some
I was
inconsistencies.
just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
No.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
Uh-oh.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
This world is a puzzling place.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises
Supra?
inside. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know. More or
Everyone else
less,
is gone.
are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
First one?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Babies.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
Up in the
It
gym.
wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Oh. Maybe Kuno needs some.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Little gremlin.
Oh, yes. You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Probably.
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some
Gems.
trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Aw. Didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Was it?
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Oh.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else? There used
Mannequins?
to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
What?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Metal.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Well, there is a cryptozoologist inspecting insects. Broken window?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
Cool.
What's a snuff milieu? Trust me, you don't want to know.
We think we know.
Cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Not even gonna ask.
Yeah, don't.
All boys and
They were made
skis?
by a company called Slipstream.
Ooh.
After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting.
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house.
They were just the props. Why return them?
Change machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
It did look
Yes,
impressive.
but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how
But they
the
are
markets
rigged.
to keep businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is hard.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Something strains her face before she looks up again.
Anything else?
Fair.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here.
Yeah.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about...
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What was it? What was
There
it?
really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the
Is
booth.
that a good wage.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Yeah.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Rough.
Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece. Out of regular
Sure, if a
fridges.
bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Scary, but cool.
Very cool.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
Mega wild beast.
It's an imaginary beast that
Oh.
guides you through life.
Oh, it's a knockoff spirit animal.
By
Got it.
telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
I don't have a comment on drugs.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else?
comes.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion. The one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. As I said, it's quite useless, right? Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work.
Oh.
Sure, I'm good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Let's try.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm
Nope.
in here. She has begun to idly.
Well, interesting, we guess. Can't wait to find that password. See, aren't you glad we broke in now? Just a nerd up there.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
Yeah.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Felt her aura. Yeah, it's just...
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
You know, have you ever thought that you just live in a dump of a city?
She's built herself. It does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
You're telling me that you went in there and didn't find out anything about the curse? Of course. I should have known better than to put my hopes on a man like you. You're no Simonese ghost whisperer. You're an alcoholic. The investigation's over. I don't want you going in there anymore. You're only angering the psychic weather in here. Now, if you're not going to...
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone.
Yeah.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the
Why didn't you
spirit.
just tell me?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous.
Wow. Void raves. You have new...
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
So you're using magic for your...
There are
okay.
numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Oh, we wish we could piss on all
Desert
these
pygmy
books.
Shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Yeah, it kind of does. Oh, the poor pygmy, so easily forgotten.
The Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here. The curse. It's
Yeah,
the curse of finance.
whatever.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Some financial troubles?
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence.
Sounds familiar. She nudges her glasses. The woman before you. The dented yellow mailbox.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions.
Should I ask?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're...
Yeah, fuck it.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single...
It's time for one last glance.
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
A shit can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak tricep.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game.
Sense anger.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 pool.
Thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our pool back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn pool.
This do?
Will this... No, it will goddamn not.
Thank you, officer. This is really something. Honestly, I think it's better than how
There goes money. That's fine.
Mon Dieu. All right, fine. What do you want, officer?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Oh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Being on a
Why were you on leave?
It's a private matter.
No, that's fair.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or God.
I'm fine, goddammit.
So who
Mind
was
your own
working?
business. No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue.
Look, officer, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that bus built
Mostly
specially
decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on
Everyone working together, love it.
Can we conclude the topic of my guard bus now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well. Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting in Martinez. The is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent.
So what about police women?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
No duties ICM women couldn't carry out.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
No.
Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
Okay, yeah, but like there's a cultural thing there. Like, yeah, if like you tell like, oh, in order to be a man, a manly man, you have to work out and be strong and beat people up. And then it's like, oh, if you want to be a woman, you have to be girly and like look pretty and do your hair and stuff. Like, of course women are going to be weaker. Fucking idiot.
Gender equality is a very noble,
We'll
very
break your spine, you old man.
Primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter.
Whatever. Glad we threw your ball. What the fuck are we even supposed to be doing?
Looking for something, Ront? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes. We need more. Ooh, it's good. Wait, why can't we do it?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Where is it? Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you.
That was our Batman impression.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Gonna be bleeding Kip dick.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her
I feel
name.
like how Kim's okay
She
with
just
this.
rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Past the monument, down there. The Green Temple. Now...
A small temple by the monument. Green.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Bye. Thanks for the help, you asshole. Think we can break into his?
A lorry stuck.
No.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and two steering levers.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Well...
Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out,
geez.
and looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
It appears to be shatterproof.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
Kim is done with our shit.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of
Thanks,
glass fly
Kim.
everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for it's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Quick pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench.
That's what the toolbox is for.
By the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Yeah.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached.
Buddy.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
Oh boy.
She wasted away in a drug den called
Hmm.
the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera too. The actresses and the rear actor, all smiley. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to...
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Would someone need
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
anything we can do?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes enclosed the rust.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective?
Yeah.
Before we return.
Yeah, let's talk with Kim and then call it for today.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found. So we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station.
Any?
A worry.
You think?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Claire would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of ladies.
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
Lesbians.
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest there are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over.
Okay. The jam mystery. Alright. Cool. This was fun. Hope you guys have been enjoying it. Seems like people have been pretty quiet, but I guess, you know, we've just kind of been investigating. Yeah. We don't know how good of a game this is for streaming, so, yeah, we'll probably still play it this week, but any feedback would be appreciated. Yeah. We're gonna head out. If you haven't, we posted a new video highlight from still Digimon Cyber Sleuth last night. And we will likely post another video tomorrow. Trying to do a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday for videos. And then if you haven't noticed yet, for streaming schedule, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at like this time in the morning, and then Friday evenings for fighting. Waha, pow pow. We don't know. What is self-promotion? We don't know. We're gonna go. Goodbye. Mwah. Have a good day, everyone.